ESP is the album, and I'm trying to get your boss on the one record. I'm gonna put that out there too. On the album is me, Mary J. Blige, Sheik Luch, Joel Ortiz, Freddie Godson, Selena Johnson, Too Short. Of course, my crew's on there. 2015 should be that. It should be Jack Driller's that show name, so-and-so on a bigger scale, period.
16 and better?
Yeah, 16 and better.
Yes. Hey dog, you know what's crazy about that? A lot of people have been getting booked, getting managers and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting features, and people been wanting to work with them, going
of course.
On tour, off of this shit.
You gave them a platform, and your reward is good looking. Clive Davis, American Idol, all this stuff. As soon as you leave here, if you try to get a deal, my name is on it, Clive Davis.
Wow. Bottom line.
Word.
Respect my views on this day and era. Keep your eyes upon me and not the sparrow of Berettas. I'm fly than any bird on this earth. Yeah, for what it be, my style is what I like worth. Words out.
Word. Now, you talked about 50 earlier. And what, now, you had a chance to work with him a long time ago.
Yes. Even don't do it like we do.
Cause they don't live like we do. We keep it gangsta. Dee-dee-dee-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-da-dee-day. Niggas scared to death of me. They know I don't play.
We don't thug niggas out like we do. That was done in my basement.
Word.
But I also got like 5 other records in my basement on 52 that's unheard. Corey Rooney lived next door to me, and that was Sony. Word. And that was where he was on with with Trackmasters.
Right.
So 50 used to come over, was brought over by my boy Bernard all the time.
What'd you think about it when you first met him? Did you?
He was just dope. You know what? I know what it was. He boxed. So I also played, but in the arts though too. Whatever, being Taekwondo when I was small, whatever, getting up there. So we used to, kind of, whatever, spar a little bit. Like not really a lot though, just to see whatever. Right. So, but the nigga, he was nice. Mm-hmm. But when they talk about him singing, he was already doing that. He didn't take nobody's style, because when I did that record, that was new. And that was him doing that. The whole time he was, the melody he had was already making that happen. So that's just another thing, saying that that he wasn't, no, he was already doing that melody shit. But
did you see that next big star being 50?
No.
Because you can't never tell.
I knew he was dope, but not that. But like whatever, the phenom, the work ethic, and then of course the mixtape and Wankster and the whole nine, whatever, that was the epitome of what was. I didn't get a chance to get the light because he got shot after my song came out. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that first mixtape album, so-and-so, was a classic, the whole nine. But at the end of the day, me sitting with him and knowing how he wanted records to be done,
he knew what he wanted.
He picked that beat. And he wasn't letting you be like, yo, try this. Like, nah, work with that one. So it wasn't like my influence, how you usually influence an artist, the whole nine. He knew what he wanted. Yeah. And he knew how it's supposed to sound too.
What's your take on that when you never heard of an artist and whatnot, and they telling you how they want it? And do you respect that, or do you feel a certain kind of way like, oh yeah, motherfucker, I'm Erick Sermon?
It's both. It's both. It's both, because don't forget, How to Rob was out. So he had a hit record. Okay. You know what I mean? So he knew he knew what he wanted, because he knew he was hot.
And he knew where he was gonna be.
Yes, he felt that. So he made me feel that. So again, at the end of the day, I wasn't that mad. If he didn't have nothing and he was new, I'd be like, yo, that's not for you. You should try something else.
Right.
But when I was doing the KRS-One, the Bridge Is Over, he already was attracted to the Bridge Is Over, the drums and the whole nine. So I just made the boom, 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 the melody part of it. And then that part he gravitated to, but he knew what he wanted though.
Fact or fiction? Is EPMD the most sampled rap group of all time?
Yeah, kind of fact. Because I think somebody else made a case for it though, but I think that when you look at when Biggie Small's first demo came was It's My Thing. If you look at Jay-Z and Foxy with It's My Thing, if you look at You a Customer, again, you can name Puffy and used it about 1,000 times. I just talked to Premier about Mass Appeal, was You a Customer. Get At Me Dog was EPMD, Get the Bozak. Headbanger was done by the Rough Riders over again.
The Rough Riders, the Rough Riders, the Rough Riders.
What You're Saying was done by Benny C and Memphis Bleak. Again, and it was just a ton of it, SWV. Again, it was, you're right, we was sampled a whole lot. Johnny, we was sampled a lot in our time. I think the stuff that we was doing was before our time.
Did you feel the love in the mailbox?
You know what? I started didn't feel getting publishing until I knew what it was. Because again, I was going through my own stuff in my own crew. So when it separated, when I got to Atlanta, I started really seeing everything open up. Because when I got to Georgia, I was broke, but they didn't know that. Dallas Austin said, "Oh shit, Erick Sermon's in my studio." So I was in dark. Dallas showed me mad love, gave me Studio B, a room. Like, yo, you can have this room here. So and so, boom, boom. So I took the room, whatever like that, and I started doing stuff for Dallas. And then Puffy called for Who's the Man, and my first single was Hitting Switches.
Check, here I go again, check me out, bust the flavor. You know my clout went from rugged. Funk's the contact I hit you with, to make your head split, trip and do a backflip.
And that's when I saw Biggie Smalls, and Biggie was like, yo, telling Tracy Waples, I had to get on that Erick Sermon album. You know what I mean? Go get Biggie Smalls' last interview in Rap Pages. They asked Biggie, so who do you like right now? He said, yo, I like Erick Sermon. Like if I right now I feel myself, if I want to come up, I like how homie move. But nobody would never know that though.
What does that do for you when when people talk about you like that, man?
Well,
especially a legend. You was before him too.
Yeah, but definitely notorious. Again, for him to say at my video he was sitting there, watching. Yes, hitting switches. He was at, because it was produced by Puffy and Hype Williams, and he was there. It's a rumor that, in any room, my boy said, Erick, I brung you Biggie, and I didn't know that. And he said, yo, you asked Clark Kent and stuff, and you asked Mr. C, they'll tell you, yeah, Erick, you came to the barbershop to meet him. I don't remember. I know I had Wu-Tang Clan. I told her this on the record too. I had
you had a chance to sign
Wu-Tang. I knew Raekwon when he was Fruit Allah. I went to his building in Staten Island. My best friend his father had a church.
Okay.
And I took a picture on my iRock with all the Wu-Tang Clan. There was a Wu-Tang Clan yet.
So why would you pass on a?
I was too young to know what that was.
Okay.
I was already famous myself. I didn't know about that. Right. Even when Ludacris had me in Atlanta, I didn't know. He came to my house with Dats the whole night. I didn't know. I was having too much fun in Georgia, and I was too young to know about having these groups and signing them at the time.
When we talk about Biggie Smalls, right? Do you know why you possibly wouldn't have known what that was when you walked in? You think you probably judged him right off of his appearance, like, nah, that ain't gonna work?
I didn't get a chance to see him.
Oh, you get
they said that when I was supposed to go see him.
You superstar Biggie Smalls.
No, no. It wasn't that. The barbershop.
I told you I don't want to meet nobody.
No, the barbershop that he was at, I didn't go to that day. But they was telling me about him. Whatever. And again, you gotta ask them. I gotta ask my boy the whole thing that went down. But I know about that last interview when they asked him about who he liked. He mentioned me. Nobody else.
Everybody be talking crazy good shit about you, dog.
Right.
You made
well. I had a list. So for him to come out with the list in Mace, I already had it. So I guess he was looking at like, yo, okay, well the list he has, that's working for him. So I'm good.
Do you have a Tupac story?
Nah, but Pop, well, I tell you what, just the rim shop. He used to be in the front of the rim shop. And customers walk in, they were seeing behind the desk. I didn't.
Behind the desk.
It's so bugged out because, damn, Jack, you were saying what I used to say. I don't know why I didn't work with him because he's over here with MC Bree. MC Bree in Atlanta too. Yeah, I'm at Bree's house all the time. I don't know what happened that I didn't get with Pac and he was in Atlanta. And Lisa told me, let me take one Lisa aside. She said,
okay.
She said, Erick, listen. If Tupac come and get me, you know that, me and you would never happen. I said, I'm cool. I just got to Atlanta, so I wasn't tripping.
Right.
But she loved that man, loved him.
Left Eye used to kick it with Tupac?
Yeah, that was her man at one time.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Get
the fuck out of here. Whoa. So what was your impression of Tupac when you met the guy? And because obviously he hadn't did enough to impress you.
Well, what wasn't that? He was just mad. He was mad cool. But again, don't forget, I knew Pac from Digital Underground as a dancer. Don't forget. So at that time he was young at the time. But don't forget, I also met him on the set of Juice. Don't forget, me and Praz in the Juice for 10 seconds. So in Juice, he was like everybody else, like a fan of the group, EPMD, fan of the group. That's what it was. It was like, what's up, a fan of the group, So in '91, I met him in Juice, but I knew him with Digital Underground.
Damn.
Small money, more. Yeah. Trust me, I'm a pro. Just toss me in coach. Yep. Ready for the game. I'm suited. One time, one shot. Can't miss.
Hello, haters.